Family forged my name to steal my Lexus, so I crashed their Thanksgiving with cops. My family always had a way of seeing me as invisible unless they needed something. Thanksgiving had always been tense, but last year took it to a level I didn't know was possible. A week before, I found out my parents and one of my cousins had somehow forged my signature to sell my 2019 Lexus without telling me. I didn't discover it through a call or a letter. They thought I'd never notice, but through the DMV, which sent me a registration transfer notice. My heart sank. My car wasn't just transportation. It was my independence. My savings put into something solid, something I worked for without their help. I tried calling them. First my parents, then my cousin. My dad laughed when I asked about it, like it was some joke, and my mom's voice had that cold, detached edge that made my blood boil. "Oh, that car? We thought it would be easier this way," she said. "You know, helping out." I could hear my cousin in the background snickering. I hung up before I said anything I might regret, but inside, I was planning my revenge. Thanksgiving came. I wasn't invited. My parents assumed that after the argument over the car, I'd sulk at home. I did, until I thought about it. They were sitting there, probably showing off the Lexus they sold in my name, laughing about how clever they were. I couldn't let them get away with it. I drove to the house that morning in my backup car. I parked a block away and watched. The smell of turkey and pumpkin pie wafted out every time someone opened the door. I took a deep breath and walked up the driveway with a purpose. I rang the doorbell. My mom answered, smiling like everything was normal. "Hi," I said, trying to keep my voice calm. "Happy Thanksgiving." Her smile faltered for a split second. I could see it. "I wasn't expecting you," she said. "Well, I'm here," I said, stepping inside. I reached into my pocket and pulled out my phone. "Also, I brought a surprise." I dialed 911. I didn't explain everything over the line, just that I needed police at a family dispute involving fraud. Before she could ask what I meant, I heard the dispatcher on the line. "Units are en route. Please stay safe." Her face went pale. My dad, who had been carving the turkey, froze mid-slice. My cousin tried to laugh it off. "It's fine, officers," I said, as the first patrol car pulled up. "They sold my car without telling me. They forged my signature. They thought they could get away with it." The cops came in, asked questions, and I stayed calm. Every word I spoke landed with weight because it was the truth. My family tried to talk over me, deny it, make it about some imaginary family grudge. It didn't work. I watched their carefully constructed facade crumble in real time. It took less than an hour for the situation to escalate to a full investigation. My parents and cousin were shocked. They had assumed I'd be too polite or too embarrassed to do anything. Instead, I had brought the law directly into their home while the whole extended family watched in silence. Thanksgiving turned into a disaster for them. As the officers took statements, I walked to the backyard and took a breath. The smell of the turkey mixed with the cold autumn air, and I felt an odd sense of satisfaction. I didn't touch the food, didn't mingle, didn't say goodbye. My point had been made. They knew exactly how serious I was, and that they couldn't pull this kind of stunt again. I left before the cops finished their paperwork. I walked back to my backup car and drove off, feeling lighter than I had in months. The Lexus was gone, but the lesson had been delivered in a way they wouldn't forget. I didn't call, didn't text, didn't leave a note. I just let the aftermath speak for itself. Weeks later, the DMV confirmed the sale was fraudulent. My car was recovered, and my parents and cousin faced fines and legal consequences. I didn't gloat or celebrate. I just returned to my normal life, knowing that for the first time in years, they had realized I wasn't someone to underestimate or mess with. Thanksgiving remained a holiday on the calendar, but after that year, I stopped showing up. My revenge had been quiet, but unmistakable. And for the first time in a long time, I felt like I had reclaimed a piece of myself that they had tried to steal.